Hello and welcome. Right, I've put the enhanced animal system back in because it's just had an update. So I am going to give it another chance. Not this very minute, but what I mean is, I was just sort of letting you know. I'm still not 100% sure if I'm not going to carry on. I was really sort of quite down about all of the things that were happening. And also I've got a friend that's poorly as well. I always think sometimes let's just have a look. Yeah, let's just get our sense of direction right first, and then I will chat on the way. It is right down there. I thought so. Right, so then let's get this weeding done. Yeah, so sometimes I think it's emotionally you're upset because of events in your life. And I'm sure I did find another one of those things around here somewhere. Just vaguely at the back of my mind rings a bell that there was something around here somewhere. Sure, just really rings a bell somehow that we found something around here. I'm sure it's around the town somewhere. Oh no, it's not here, but I reckon it is. It's close. Is it around the back or something? I mean, we are doing well, I've got to be honest. I'm quite pleased with what we've achieved, and I'm sort of so glad. It's true. I mean, some of it's a leap of faith. I always find this type of thing where you've I'm a bit. I have said this, and I can obviously say it about myself. I can be a bit slow, whether it's in modding or not, and then there's no stopping me. When I actually make that eureka moment, but like sometimes I can be a bit slow to get there in the first place, and then I'm all right. No, obviously I was. I know there's something around the town somewhere. I just can't remember. But I know it's around somewhere. No, it is. I'm trying to think where it was. Yeah, I did find another one. It's just, and I know it's around the town somewhere. It's not that far away, but if it's meant to be, we'll find it. So, like, there is a sneaky way. So, yeah, just to our right. So it's sort of down here where there's the cones. It's sort of like a sneaky way. Yeah, there's quite a few little sneaky routes on Riverbend Springs that I didn't find when I was actually on the map. So, yeah, I'm quite chuffed that I think, yeah, it's sort of like we take a left, but not this next left. It's quite a way down. Yeah, so I'm not sure whether I'm going to completely... But I do like the idea of this, and I do love the challenge. That really is sort of what's... it's always what's made me tick on Farmer Simulator, which is why I always chose the start from scratch, because it really is a challenge, and I like that to be challenged. We all work differently, sort of thing, so... Yeah, I've had a go at me mods. I know what I did wrong. Again, one of those eureka moments where quite a few things clicked into place today. So, yeah, I know that over the next few days I'm going to sort all my tankers out. I know why my wheels aren't turning and things like that. So, yeah, I will when I've got a bit of time. I did start to, but I did it wrong, and then I realised what else I'd done wrong that I hadn't fixed by me having, by me fixing it. There's something else I'd done wrong. It's... Obviously, anything sort of computerized and script is very, very logical, but it obviously follows a logic that is down to giants, but it's still a form of logic. So I think it's this next left. I think we need to turn. No, not this next left. It's the next big left. I think I know where it was. Yeah, I do. It's not. There may be another one in town as well. I may have found it one time. I know where I mean. I think there's one down here somewhere, but I just cannot for the life of me remember where it is. I'm not bothered. I mean, it did help us, but it didn't make... Well, it did help, but it didn't win for us, but it did make a difference, and that's nice. Yeah, I mean, it's not so breathtakingly and big an amount that it's won the game for us or anything like that. Not like grabbing 100,001 or something that really seriously, can make a massive difference. Then I think, yeah, this is a little underpowered. I had this on another... it was on the contract. It was the stoning contract, and it was really struggling. So yeah, it's not not the most powerful. Either that... No, it was only just the standard stone picker, so it really shouldn't have struggled, I don't think. Alright, we're going to sneak across here. And we're going to, like, go into a brief... Are we going into a brief time? Yeah, we are, because... yeah. Oh, no, we were doing right. No. Right, so I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. winning contracts. I really do. They're terrible. There's just such really not very much to see. Oh, okay. So I missed a massive. Yeah, I did think I'd got to have done something. So there is a big swath. It's a sorghums. No, soy. It's just, yeah, sorghum's another crop that is sort of very, very difficult. I always find to actually see. It actually hurts my eyes, sorghum. It's sort of got a really, just have a look. Yeah, a bit further. Just try and pull straight right. We're not far off. You can see we've certainly, so I think if we go up a little tiny bit and then turn directly on ourselves, keep parallel, should pretty much get our 100%-ish. We might have to do another one of those patches, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, no, we are in the right place. Definitely. You're sort of going by feel, and I've got to be honest, I remember in FS25 when I first did weeding contracts on something like this, and it was spraying. Oh my life, it took me so long because you'd missed so much, and you think you're doing well, but you're really not. It's hard to say. Some crops are obviously more easy to sort of see than others, but yeah, some are really not very nice at all for like looking. So let's have a look. That I'm going to say I think that's actually done, but it's not. Yeah. So another bit too, quite a big bit right in the middle where the 87 is. So if we head for the number, not too far off, just beyond it, I think. Very, very close. See, it's a big field though, so you even getting a percent, it's not that easy. Alright, so no, quite a bit further. I did think I was cutting a bit. As I said, I always find it very difficult to actually gauge. Yeah, I tried to be methodical, and then sometimes you realise you've probably gone over the same ground you've already gone over, and that also is disconcerting. So we do need to be turning sort of straight up and to the right now. We're not too far off. Yeah, no, we are on it. It's just turn out a bit, and I think to come back down as well. I say it's difficult because you look and 1% is quite a, not too terrible actually, yeah. This is quite a big chunk. But I think it's one of the biggest things that's left to do. There's another one over the other side a bit. Yeah, I think that we might get 2% out of that one. Just down a bit. Yeah, this is still a bit underpowered. It sort of does struggle with it, but it's not that bad. Let's have a look. Straight ahead. Straight ahead. Yeah, it's quite a big chunk right ahead of us. So we should, if we go through it, start to get the numbers. I should get at least another one and then turn left. Yeah, I thought so. So you just can't see the weeds. I can't see the weeds at all as I'm looking. A bit to the right. We may get the last percent out. And I'm not going to argue for once because really... Now, I was thinking about this. I need to use the tractor to do the next bits that was in the sales, but we need 74,000, which means you also need to have done the contract first before you get the money. So in some ways, we're going to have to do another contract, another one right now. So we need to really cash in the contract for our money, and then we still need to take another one as well. So what have we got? 68,960. So nearly 67,000. So if we grab... Yeah, there's a 4 and a 10, but I think the Powfinger is the Unimog, so it's no good. Unless we've got a telehandler or something with strap support. It's... I still do definitely agree with what I said there about the cranes. I've got to be honest. That's what I used to find. They get all jammed up. They're terrible. Right, so what we're going to do, fertilizing 76 is, I keep forgetting, 77, could do 69 and 70, they're both little though. 22, any close by? Yeah, this is, I mean, 69 and 70 are close to each other, but they're only tiny. I think I'd sooner do one fairly big one, but what are we going to, ooh, definitely borrow items, because that is going to be fun. That's a 42 meter. Ooh. No, that was a little one. Ooh, right. So, no, we'll map jump. I don't like... Tabbing, I always find is... it sort of gets into habits. I'm really chuffed, though. I do really like the fact that we get given the fertilizer. That's really not bad at all. Because I do think you would. If a farmer was... You wouldn't expect you to be paying for the fertilizer. I can't imagine you'd be just paid for doing the job. Would be the way that. So I'm quite glad in a way that obviously there's some things that we all don't like. You know, the grass contracts. I'm not that keen on the grass contracts now. I much prefer the old way of doing everything all in one. It was quite a lucrative sort of way of doing things. Of course, it is quicker as well. So you can't. It's not like totally. So it is right down that road and it's on the right side, so this is fairly fast as well. The one bad thing is this isn't a tractor, so in a way it is true. I mean, we can leverage any contract, even if it's a little one, and use the thing to actually get this, because this should really get us the cash for that, but then we still need a tractor to actually, drag it and sell it. So, yeah, I wish we'd got the cash to buy it. I love that. It's a beautiful bit of kit, but here's what it is. I know there's... I think it's the railway. I'm sure there was one right near the railway station on the back. Sure there was. I think I found it by mistake. I bumped into it, and I got the collect sign. Sure I did. So while we are this close to the railway, I think we'll have a look. I'm not going to really, but I mean, we are right next to it. So as far as I'm concerned, we're not being too naughty. Sure it is. The shadow. I thought it was like toward the actual back of the... Yeah, through here. I thought, not literally. Yeah, I thought you could go through them, but maybe you can't. Okay. I'm sure it was at the back, literally right near the railway lines. Sure it was. Yeah, like something like around, like here, this type of thing. I'm sure it was. I sort of found it by mistake. I'm sure I did. He says there's a lot of shores going on. A lot of shores, which actually makes me think that I'm not too sure. Yeah, and they are usually like they're not like saying, "Here I am." It's the other thing as well. I find that they're not exactly like, you've got to look for them a little bit. So, but I'm not going to spend a lot of time doing this either. I'm sure I didn't actually come inside like this. Sure I didn't. It's just nice to do a bit of adventuring, but yeah. I'm sure it was sort of... here's me shoring again. Shoring. I thought you could get through. It could be in a box, that's what I'm saying. I know, I'm sure I've actually found it by literally walking past and getting the collect sign. But I'm not going to look for much longer. No, it's If it is, it was meant to be. It would meant to be, and I'd find it. It's as simple as that. I'm not going to like spend forever looking. And I know I've probably passed within a few feet of it, because that's usually the way these things work. That if it had teeth, it'd bite me. Especially with me, I'm a terror for not being very good at like finding things. So yeah, it is what it is. Right, so let's let's go grab our thing and let's earn some money just the traditional way. Right, so then we want, that's if someone hasn't stolen it. It's a good job. Mind you, I wouldn't leave the keys in it, would I? No, I wouldn't really leave the engine running. We know this. Right, so it is straight down here. And it is literally, yeah, so this is a good spread on it, so. So I'm going to go into a time, because I think, yeah, because I'm sort of fully aware that time is ticking, and I don't want this to be a monster session. Ooh, okay, that's interesting. Ooh, wow. Now that puts a different complexion on things, doesn't it, really? We don't need that just yet. We are allowed to buy the tools for it. I think I did stress that, but yeah, so that is now going to put a different complexion on everything. So let's grab the telehandler tool, and we can actually now do a little. I mean, it's not going to earn us a fortune. It's not going to make, you know, like it's not going to, you know, the game's not all of a sudden won or anything like that, but it is going to make a difference. Strap support. And that's what I thought. I thought of all the things that you really need, the telehandler would make a massive difference down the shop, because this is what I would normally do. And the Red Rock is, and this is not me using this, I use this a lot. I love this. It's an amazing bit of kit, but it's also terribly cheap even anyway. So we're down to 55,776. Oh no, why is this? Oh no, it's damaged. I was looking at the brand new. Okay. So we want to buy that. Oh, we've got 3 things. We actually could do all of it. This is amazing. It is actually. Oh, it's a bit flickering going on. And you, because I think, oh, now then. I'm not sure whether we can grab this. Some of the other Unimog stuff, it does not strap support. So I'm not sure if this is going to actually work or not. We shall see what we shall see. And if it gets lost, we can sell it at a loss. We will lose money, as we just said, really. So let's just, yeah, I'm hoping this is not like the other Unimog thing that you cannot grab its back. I tried it. It's just like, oh, thanks for that. Still going to do the contract as well, but this sort of really makes it complete. And there we go again, the 10 o'clock strikes again. I keep saying this, 10 o'clock is the magic time. You do get things at 9, you do get things at 11, but 10 o'clock seems to really feature a lot. If you sort of watch all the bits and bobs that I've done for this particular type of early money, but it's a definite pattern with 10 o'clock. Get to the agricola, which is good. Yeah, we've sort of done fairly well, because we did a little bit of dip and dive, and obviously we did that leap of faith with the tractor, which worked really well. So again, sort of helps, and this is also now going to make a massive difference to us. Apologies, my friend was ringing me, but then he rang off, so I think it was a mistake. So he literally stopped very quickly. I've not long spoken to him, it's just one of those sort of things, but he rang, and I just wonder if he'd actually normally line This might be the FSR3 that I've got running the AMD. I think I had issues with this one before. It is definitely better than it was. It was really terrible. It's still got a bit flickering. You can see where certain things are not quite right. So I think I might bring it back to FSR1, which is not as good as in like, but it's better in other ways. So. Every now and again, just have a bit of a trial using different settings with the graphics cards. As much as you know quite a lot and you do quite a lot in a lot of ways, you still don't know everything. And I think sometimes it does pay to try things out. Okay, let's give this a shot, and then we're going to go on and well, we'll see about the agriculture. Yeah, the other thing is obviously it's very fluid, which also means things go quickly. It's gone too far. I thought I was something missing. Let's pulling this way a little. Let's not I don't think we're going to get the agricola just yet. Not bad though, not bad. Not for saying we bought that. We're sort of back up to where we were before we bought this. And we have got that as well. So let's crack on. Let's get this, and let's say my words, and let's crack on. How far down the road did we get? Where are we? Where is our contract? It's down here somewhere, isn't it, I think? There we go. We're about halfway there, so it's a long road. Right, say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Do you know, this is really poor. Really is poor. Gordon Bennett. So annoying. It really is. It's so badly bugged. Walter, you're robbing me, man. You're robbing me. So whatever you like. Yeah, I know I don't want to. You're not paying me. You're not actually paying attention. So, collect. Oh, so you do... Well, that's a bit odd. So you do get something. That's buggy in itself. I mean, because you could abuse that. I mean, we didn't do it for that. And it did definitely, we could all see that it was robbing us. So it's not like I was trying to pull a fast one. Let's try this again. Yeah, but it's weird, isn't it? How buggy it is. Mowing. Farmland 11. That's a fairly big field. What we... Oh, it's not exactly the bestest mower, is it really? Wood transport? No, thank you. Absolutely not. Now, stone picker is going to be the little standard stone picker, so at least it's got a bigger truck than the last time I did it. But it is a poxy amount for a quite... Well, it's not a big field, actually, for once, but... Spraying? That's a tiny sprayer. Tiny sprayer. Tiny sprayer. Rock removal. Swather. It's still not... How far? That's not far from the shop, is it? Still not going to do anything, really. Irrigation. Now, these are the ones I don't know how to get the water. Yeah, I mean, as in, like, I tried to get it from somewhere before. It probably is easy, but like anything, these are all irrigation, aren't they? Hoeing. Oh, not very good at an amount either. And what are these? What are these? Harvesting. They just take so long. Is all. This this is next door. The field we pass, it's a monster. I think with it being as buggy as it is, I think what we're going to do is we may well lose the Agricola. We may well. We've got 63,000. We're going to go through like I have been doing. It's so fluid that you by 1 o'clock we should get other items that have gone through. We may lose the Agricola. It might still be there. It's just one of those things that if we just go to 1, we may well have a couple more things that are there which we may be able to afford. And then again, we might not. Well, no, that one we can actually do. Because that one we can jump in anyway, so let's jump in it, and we might say this is what I'm saying. It's all about the tactics of the game. It really is. So let's grab. I don't think we can jump. We can actually go to that though. Right, jump into you. The AGI Storm. I've ever had this. I think this is this is a standard one, and it's not a ground pickup jobby. It's a standard one, but it's a nice looking. If a little tad slow, it's not quite as fast as I'm used to with this kind of thing. We got a 50 horsepower engine put on the mover so it can like travel a little bit faster than 3 miles an hour. Yeah, we deliberately put a bit of a lawnmower engine on it, so all my life. I think I don't think it can do it. That's why I was thinking of like, I know it's really painfully slow, but I don't think it's got the hitch for this. Well, that one definitely hasn't because we're not paid for it. But what I mean is, even if it had, I'm not sure it actually can do it. So as painfully slow as this is the best we can achieve. And at least it is achievable. God, Bennett, it's a tad slow to say the least. Yeah, so sometimes, I mean, and this is what I found before, I've no problem with doing contracts, but I have when I'm being robbed. Yeah, when they're like breaking, or it's just awful. I mean, this is a Giants map, so you can't even blame the map. This is made, by the people who make the game, so you'd expect this to be one of the best. But I must admit, I found before, for saying this was the face of FS25, the grass was awful. It kept on, the textures kept wandering from very low grade. Now, bearing in mind that my settings were all on high, the actual grass kept going between the different textures. That's been far out. That should have been brilliant. So 65,657. We still can't do that. We can't. And I'm just not. Yeah, so we'll go on till we may lose bits. We'll go until 4 o'clock as I normally do, and we may or may not lose it. So it is what it is. You're going to lose some. You can't actually guarantee that you're going to get everything. It is as simple as that, really. So, is that the... No, it's not the one. It is by Black Sheep Modding, but it's not the one that I'm thinking. But it is a good tractor. So, is this... No, this is the... I got the bigger range, which was the... the 203 horsepower. But, let's do this. And we want like nothing. If we can do nothing. So 17,594, yes. And we will buy that to sell to. And then we'll grab the nosh as well. But I know we can't grab it in one go, but this is going to work. I like it. So I'll say it's a lot of ducking and diving. There is a lot of tactics, and it's like I've never thought before about, you know, obviously you've got to do a bit of contract, so you can't not, but we can see it's so badly buggy that really as soon as you can go to this is actually reliable. The shops is definitely one of those reliable things so far that I've found really is dependable. One of the few things in the game that is. It's true. Yeah, I love this. I must admit, I was going to buy the bigger tractor in this range. I might still well do that. It is such good value. I mean, this is not terrible, but yeah, the bigger one it makes a really good tractor, I think, for starting off. Closer. We are getting closer. So nosh. Yeah, we're not going to get to the agriculture either. But even so, we still will have got to about 70 odd grand. So it is impressive. For our first properties that we would have got not only you must remember that there's a 13,000's worth of red rock and tools here. And it's sort of been a bit crafty because we're a bit damaged, but you've literally got to do what you've got to do to make this work, even if it's like breaking to pieces. If it means you earn a few thousand off this sort of thing. So yeah, that's the last thing right now. I know you could go for it, but I think you always have to have a cut off. So far I've always we could go 5 though. We could go 5. It's only really for the darkness that I actually ever do that. So let's just go till 5 o'clock. We may or may not get anything, but I'm not going any later than that. I don't want this to be like painful, where you just like, you know, going on and on and on and on and on as you can. Yeah, that's what I'm on about. So it's still not going to make enough. I don't think it's going to make 700 odd or 800 odd. So that's the trouble. I often think, oh yeah, I'm going to do it. That's because I'm adding the amount to like the 70 odd grand I have. That's not how it works. You're spending your 8 grand and you get 800 back. So you're only right back to just almost 1,000 more than you were before, which is nowhere near the 4 grand. The amount of times I do this, it's sort of like thinking, I thought I'd done it, but it's just, yeah. But the other thing is, some things you seem to get like a little bit more than you think you will. Yeah, so it's sort of, I don't know, there is a random factor or there's certain things I don't quite understand why you get more, but you do. It's as simple as that, definitely. So it's just... 70, so nearly 72,000. So although we're not going to do it, or we're very, very close. Yeah, that's it. We're through till the morning though, at 9 o'clock. Yeah, I'm going to try my best to steer clear of the contracts because they are very buggy. Of all the ones we've done, about 50% of them have been bugged. It's really terrible when you think about it. Yeah, I knew the agriculture. Oh my life, how many tractors? Whoa, yeah, none that we can afford though. This is true. I think we'll start small. We'd love to get that trailer. That would be really fantastic. It'd be nice to have a tractor too. I think a tractor would certainly suit us really a lot, but not just any old tractor. Yeah, I think I'd sooner purchase the black sheep modding one, because at the minute these tractors are just too much for us. I don't think we can concentrate on the edge. In fact, I don't think yeah, I don't think it's the right kind of pitch. I'm used to having the shop telehandler, which is obviously more than a 3 hitch, whereas this is a standard hitch. So so I think we'll have to lift it one at a time, which is not quite what I'm used to doing. Yes, I've got quite a few water tankers in at the minute, but none of them working. I think I know why. When I say they're not working, the wheels are not turning. I know I fixed one thing, but I think I've got... Yeah, again, it's logic, as I said earlier. I think I've actually got the numbers in the wrong order, and I think the game's very logical, so it will not like it the way that I've done it, so I need to change it a little, I think. I don't think we're going to be getting to the 50 grand touch tractors, though. It's a shame. We're very close. If we'd done the agriculture, it would have been quite a bit. But again, this is what I keep saying about this. It is, when you're this low, you really need about 300 grand to be really, and then you start to get the big things that come through, and then you make some serious dosh. Yeah, you can make 30 grand a pop. So that is amazing. But again, we start from scratch. So as far as I'm concerned, it's good at 66,000, and to have a telehandler already, as far as I'm concerned, that's actually good, it's not bad. Yeah, Rome wasn't built in a day. Patience is required. So it's a shame the agriculture's not around, because we could actually afford it now. So, can go... Yeah, we can afford that. And I really would love that, but we just can't afford it at the minute, it's true. I don't think we'd get away with that. I think it's... Yeah, it's 1,000 no matter what you do, so... Yeah. Yes, it's a real... Oh, I don't think you can do it. Oh, no, I think you can. I think we know that you can. I'm sure that you can for this one, actually. No, we can't afford. So we want to customize and put a pin hitch on. I don't think this is going to work. Not sure, though. Patience is gone. We can reset it, I know this. In fact, really all we need to do is see if we can actually grab that. We don't have to worry about it. Do you know, seriously, I am very tired, I've got to be honest. But yes, it's true. I thought, oh, I do like those wheels, they are very nice. Yeah, this is one of my favourite mods that Rory Christie has done, all the things he's done. I love it, really quite amazing. So let's do this. Yeah, oh, well, stopped almost dead. I was expecting it to have a bit of a sluggish slowdown, but it was almost instant. Wow, amazing. 84, 49. Now we need a telehandler to have it, so let's just reset that. It is going to be too tricky to do, really, as it is. can actually click on it. So easy to just drop something like that, and just without even, you just click the wrong button and then all hell breaks loose, all because of one little mistake like that. Sort of like cracked over the 50,000. You have got it. It's just a matter of patience. It will in time. You will. Obviously, you can be more lucky. You can be sort of really lucky, and then you can be really unlucky. So there's also a certain element of luck involved in this too. But I don't think there's anything more we can afford at present. So let's go through. Let's see. Do we buy the tractor? I think we're trying to. Best if we keep on to what we've got. Every dollar counts, really. We may well lose some of those tractors. It is just, as I say, it's just one of those things. Can't really help it. But you've really got to hope. Oh, I love that by Matt Trucker as well. Oh, it's a beautiful planter. Oh, 60% off as well. It's amazing when you are in this predicament and how much good stuff you actually get that you could really, and it's good prices and stuff like that. It's really gutting that you like thinking, oh, it's like, what do we do with that later on? But you just, at this stage of the game, there's just nothing that you've got to sacrifice things in cash. It really is as simple as that. It's quite heavily tactics based. That's what I say. I do sort of quite enjoy it because there's, as I said, there is a certain amount of look to it too. There is no denying this, but there's also a certain amount of skill to it too. And some of it is about digging deep, and sometimes the things that you really want, you've got to leave it till later. Whether you will or will not get that ever again. Just got to sacrifice the things that are worth a lot of cash because it's all for you getting a farm in the distant future. That is what you're playing for. So nearly got 200 grand. Another rule I've been playing by is that once you get over 100 grand, you've got to go for a minimum of something worth 30 odd thousand within reason. If it's 28,000. It's close enough. It's only a rule of thumb, so as you're not, so that you're not going for every last little 10,000. But obviously, at the beginning, you need to go for whatever because you've got no money. So if it's a $6,000 item, you're going to make $600, and it's worth doing. Then when you get it's just if you expect people to watch, I always think, well, at this point, it really is about. Sort of being courteous because it sort of is like all farming similar things. It's a bit repetitive because you're doing the same thing, but then again, you are if you're daily, and you're not going to do it forever. It's initially you're going to be very intensive on this, and then you're going to get going with your farming stuff once you've got a farm. So obviously, at the minute, it's all about just earning cash. If you're doing this type of thing, so over 100 grand, amazing. So, 55,000, and this is the unrealistic capacity one as well. Smashing. So unless we're very fortunate, we're gonna lose all three of those tractors. Unless we're very, very fortunate. Again, this is amazing how your habits can sort of catch you out because it's true. I'm normally used to do it's cleverly. I'm used to having the telehandler that's got a 3-point link, and it's amazing in your head how you get used to what you get used to, and you sort of like get lulled into a false sense of security, because really that's what you're used to having. I'm sure that's like it's partially drag as well. This is another thing that sort of it's sort of a bit, I won't say good at, but you know that you can sort of do this, and it's just like travelling with that other thing at 2 miles an hour. Well, it's going to work. It's going to work. At least it should do. Someone just looking to it. Closer to the front end, because all the weight's at the back. I don't think the wheels assist you. I think because you've got no power going, I think the wheels have sort of got brakes on, so I don't really think in the truest sense it makes much difference, but we shall see. No. Yeah. It's not taking much notice of this. I think pushing is probably better, but we'll see, because we're not making much progress. Will work, it will, it's just very, very slow. Yeah, the other thing I do find with all of these is when you're doing something horrible like this, is the least amount of turning is the better. It really is a struggle, and so you literally lose all traction. It's the same as when you're like struggling on the field and you do the same thing. Sometimes you've just got to like try and turn around a little, or you just not into anything. It slips the wrong way though so easily. Apologies for this, but if you can persevere, you've really, as I said, it's hard economy. And it's no holds barred. You've got to dig deep. You've got to really go. This is the very first time I ever played on hard economy. It sort of did teach me an awful lot about. You've really got to. I don't think that's we've got a else chance of that actually being in the caption area. You never know. Sometimes it can shock you. No, you can't. We can do this. We just need to change our angle. It's true. I always wonder, Mr. CBB, I often use, obviously I watched him a lot when I had the luxury to watch. And I used to think, why does he go around the edge of the field and stuff like that? When I went on hard economy, I totally understood I really need to dig deep. And that was it. I dug deep. And I had to do things like that. The other thing is, if it's connected to although I don't know, I think straps are a bit special. I'm not sure it reads the straps, but if you're towing, it's classed as an extension of it, and it does actually work. I don't know about the straps. I don't think that somehow actually registers. No, it doesn't. It's like it's not part of it. So a bit further, I think. Also drop it as well. Should just about be in there, I reckon. Gordon Bennett. So 114,000 will go through to 4 o'clock. Nothing more. Oh, 121. We're close, aren't we? Yeah, we're not dragging that around. No, it's one of them things. Where's my? I know why it's alright. It's on the other computer. Yeah, and the keys that keep going to. Oh. Let's go through till 4 o'clock. And we may lose it, it's true. It's, you just gotta. It is what it is. As I said, you've got a limited amount of cash and you've just got to do the best you possibly can. Oh, I would so love that. I would so love that. Isn't that typical? We've lost the one that we probably could have afforded. Oh, wow. I would have loved this. It's a beautiful tractor. It's almost an unbelievable price. Yeah, the thing that I am going to say is, what I said earlier is true. I've been doing that where when you get over 100 grand, you can't. But the other thing is, if you've got a tractor and you've got to go down to sell anyway, I don't mind that thing if you're going to grab something and take it. So it's, again, I know it's sort of complicated rules in a way, but it's something that you like think, well, I'm going there anyway, so why does it matter how much that is? And it is true, it doesn't really. So this is killing me because I love this tractor. It's a good price, but you would do at the minute, as I said, unless it's like an unbelievably like 10 grand tractor or something like that, we just got to dig deep, just it's tough. Right, I think that is all we can afford. It's such a shame. We still wouldn't have quite done it though. So let's go through till October morning. And I think we'll leave this at this. No, we don't need 9 o'clock. Yeah, we'll leave it at this point. I think we've done well. To be honest, I can't remember what sort of size fields. The other thing is we are obviously going through the winter anyway. So yeah, I mean, the two reasons. Once you sort of do start your foot on the path, like oh, that is oh, I love that tractor. These are the ones that would make the serious dosh, but obviously we cannot afford this. The Rumbler's a bit of a bad one. There's only 2 you can make money on, and that's the one that's got 1,000 options and 2,000 options. All the others you'll lose or about break even. So it really is something that, the devour trees. That'd be really useful on this map. I'm tempted to actually buy that. And literally, I know it might seem a silly thing to do, but I'm very tempted to buy that. I am actually, it's true. I love this tractor. Yeah, this is hurting me. We can see so many nice tractors. Wow, can I just do that? Yeah, we're definitely not going to get the Scorpion King out of this little lot, but yeah, it's still going to make us a bit of cash. And one of these days, we might be able to buy a Scorpion King and actually make 20 odd grand. When you consider a couple of months ago, we would not have been able to afford these 2 things in one go. That's what you've got to look at, really, is how far you've come, not how far you haven't come, is all I find. It is true. You've got, I mean, we've also have got, as much as it's not everything, the Red Rock in time is going to serve us really well. You know, to get a telehandler this early on is absolutely amazing. And I know, obviously, we ordered it, but it still is brilliant. So then, we can, yeah, we're running out of things to buy now. And do we buy that as well? I think we're going to buy that for ourselves. I'm so tempted to do that. That's unbelievably good value. But at the minute, oh, this is hurting. Yeah, it is. I'm going to say it's a. Okay, let's get a bit of. To do here, then we'll should be able to get rid of this. No, it's like swinging me around. The other thing is, obviously, you can buy a tractor and then like sacrifice it a couple of months later. So I've done that quite frequently because you know it's going to make a difference to get the farm something big. So sometimes you just got to sacrifice something for the betterment of the farm as well. I frequently do. It's not really about us making so little. If we're determined to grab the chipper, then it's 9 grand down, so we're back down to under 100,000. So yeah, so I think we'll just go for it as is. We'll literally get some capacity on it when we literally do it. So we write down to under 100 grand again, and we'll leave it. I'd like to just, yeah, let's get us through till the end of the day, and then I think we'll leave it at that. I'd just like to push on a little bit and see how well we do at present. I'm just, yeah, it really does intrigue me. I'm really interested in this, and especially at this stage where you're on like a knife edge. I mean, as I said, you've sort of done it already, you know. So there's that one, and the fibre, not a lot really, is there really? But every bit counts. I think we can look. No, I think we can actually get it. We have still got another 30 grand item that we've not actually sold yet. We're seemingly forgetting. It's true. It is real. I am. This is true. So we've got the fibre and that for the stone picker. So yeah, that is going to do as well, because there's a couple of businesses we can actually do with the with that. There's the boarding factory, which is not a bad little business. And there's a lot of that kind of tree on the map where you really could make quite a bit of cash by buying a really tiny bit of thing that's got a few big trees. Obviously it's going to cost us a bit to upgrade that, so it's got capacity and the trailer, all these type of things. I mean, in the future you can do it. I can't remember what the cheapest bit of field is, because there are some little ones on the map. I don't think I've ever been. Think I've ever played the start. No, I did, but we actually had quite a lot of cash. We didn't play this type of game where we started with Nada, and it really is difficult. So yeah, this is definitely a new one. So we don't finish it. Got these stone picker. It's a big butter down here. thought I'd figured out how to do the thing with my water tankers to get the wheels to turn. I did a little bit of work on them and that came in, but none of the wheels turned. I thought, oh no. I also think I got the order of the numbers the wrong way around, so yeah, I think I can figure it out. I think I have figured it out. Yeah, because my flatbed, it's got working wheels, so I just need to see what did I do different on my flatbed that I haven't done water tankers, because none of them, their wheels are turning. Now they do work, it's just that it looks odd because the wheels aren't turning and it's not right, and they do fight you, so it's definitely not quite right. So let's do 37. Let's go through till 4 o'clock. And then we're going to leave it at that. Yeah, I thought we would be losing the biggie. So 43,000, about 4 grand. Not bad. It is not. You just got to look at it and know that you've done well to get where you are now, really. Yeah. Also, I think from now on, unless we're dragging something to, I think we'll stick to the 30 grand. Just because it makes things faster. It's just as you sort of stream as you're doing it every single day. I think it's just fair on everyone. Yeah, this is going to be to grab River first. Yeah, it's the light. And choice of the right edge. Excellent. Right, I think we'll leave it there. I know we've got that to grab. We can't grab it with this. We'll grab it like probably in the morning or something. So all I'm going to say is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.